Hey guys, it's for Bravo. Now, within the next month, I'm coming out with a new set of tutorials called Quick Tips. What Quick Tips are just small things that you can do to improve your productions. Now, this is generally for the intermediate producer, but if you're a beginner or even advanced, you might find some of these helpful. Now, I don't claim to be an expert, but these are just a few things that I wish I knew when I started producing. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about today is reverse reverb. So essentially, what it is the reverb tail flipped around, and you can use it several different ways to improve your track. Now, I'm going to play this build. It's to a song of mine, part of a trap duo called Slurs. This is our song Blackout. And you'll be able to, it might be really quiet, but you might be able to hear the reverse reverb, and then we'll go through and talk about how it really adds to the song. So here it is. Okay, so it may have been tough to hear, especially if you're not familiar with the reverse reverb, but I'm gonna solo the track really quick and you can hear what it's doing. So what I did, I placed it essentially on every 4 bars just to add a little anticipation, and obviously I put it in the spot in between the drop and the build, the pause, which is probably the most common method of using it. So I'm going to take it out really quick, and you're going to hear how it kind of sounds a lot more dry. Now in. So reverse reverb is very minimal. You may not be able to pick it out, but it kind of gives you this anticipation on the next one beat. So on this song, especially obviously in the pause, without the reverse reverb, the pause was very anticlimactic. Um, so now we're gonna go through how you can go about making reverse reverb. So essentially, you're gonna want to take your lead, the sound that you kind of want the anticipation to build to, and we're just going to take the first note of it. And you can cancel or you can delete the rest of it. Okay. So now we are going to grab the reverb that's on, because there already is a reverb on the synth, but we want something very like over emphasized, so like a very obnoxious almost reverb. So a big decay time, and this is stuff that will change depending on your track. Like you can't have a default reverb, so mess around with it and see what works best for you. We're probably gonna want more stereo. Oh, let me solo that. Okay, that's pretty big. We could probably push it a little bigger. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so you can see how that tail is absolutely huge. Now, I didn't know about this. This is a little quick tip within a quick tip, but it makes it so much easier bouncing out to audio. You can obviously freeze and flatten that, but sometimes I find it quicker just to, if you hit this I think it's, I don't even know what that says. This button right here, it looks like HO, but I can't see. It's like IO maybe. And you change this to resampling. You can just arm this track and press record, and it will sample out as audio. Okay, so that was easy. We can solo this now. Let's listen to what it sounds like. Okay, so we're gonna take warp off because it doesn't need that. And generally you're gonna want to cut out the actual hit. Maybe a little less, maybe that. That's a weird one. And it's gonna be pretty quiet, so crank the volume up. I'll just grab the actual sample, crank that up, then hit this reverse button, and then let's see what we got. And it's still kind of quiet, so we could probably push that up to 10. Maybe push this up even higher, so let's hear it. Okay. And if the reverb ends up being too long or too short for you, an easy way to fix that, instead of going through and actually like redoing the whole reverb, is just use the fades built into Ableton. Okay, so say this is probably a little too long for my taste. We are going to just right click on the sample, show fades, and let me shorten this. Okay, and you can trim it down this way. Okay, so let's listen to the final product. Alright, well, if you have any questions about this tutorial, you can comment, and I'll probably answer that within the next couple days, or if it's really urgent, you can email me for bravomusic@live.com. I'll put all that in the description. I check my email every hour essentially, so if you email me, I'll answer almost immediately. Other than that, subscribe. We're gonna have part 2 coming out in a couple days, and then we'll probably finish the series in 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, thanks for watching.